See you swinging. He says, come on, you can do it.
No, not pull your shoe, huh? I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna keep it.
Looks nice with it all mowed. You can hear those chickens. I hear baby gray over here somewhere. I think baby gray's finally big enough she can't squeeze through the fence no more. I'm gonna take them on a tour to the garden quick. So this is where most of the like irises and lilies, they're almost all done, bloomed out and done. Look at this. We have this that grows in the rock every year. It's so funny. Anybody need some wood? That's from one of the first trees we had to cut down. Then the second pile right there is from the tree we just cut that fell on our woodshed. You can see the woodshed back there. So we're just working on it while we can and just doing what we can. Hear an airplane up there somewhere. Isn't it pretty tonight? There's the male goats. They love this field. Alright, we'll head over here to the garden. Looks beautiful now that Todd mowed the yard. So, before I got the chickens put up, you can see they had a little too much fun with our tomatoes. Every time they turned red before we got it picked, the chickens was picking it, so we finally started getting tomatoes since I closed all the chickens up. They sure are good on a sandwich or even hamburger. Here's my peppers. They are actually doing better this year than they've ever done. I don't know if I have any on there right now because I just picked them all yesterday, I think. And I cut them up and put them in the freezer so they last me all year for like omelets or like chili or stuff like that. Oops, sorry. These are my jalapenos and I make jelly with these. This one's doing good. I love jalapeno jelly. So that's what I do with those. Here's my rosemary. It's struggling just a little bit. I put new soil on it. And there's the peppermint. You can see the darker soil. I just put it on there. Some of them are struggling. Now, I can't remember. I planted zucchinis and cucumbers and pumpkins in this area right through here to where I've got the post, and I should have marked where I planted them because I can't remember. So that's a lesson learned. This is my first fall garden I've done, so I'm really excited to try to do a fall garden this year. So it's going to be a learning process to see how that goes. Here's beans. Normally I plant beans in the summertime, so this is my first time planting beans in the fall, so I can't wait to see how they've done. Now these little ones I planted, and I've gotten a few beans. There's some on there right now, in fact. I've gotten a few off of there, and I eat them, just take them straight in the house and eat them. They don't get cooked or nothing. So here's more beans coming up. I'm real excited about that because nothing beats fresh beans. So real excited about that. Now, these came up volunteer. And they grew very quickly at first, but they are struggling, and all they've done so far is flower, and I've not seen a single fruit or vegetable grow on them. Okay, in this area right here, I just planted some greens, so this will be new watching these come up. And when he mowed, I got grass clippings in there. Here's some more. I think it's squash, probably butternut that came up. Now, I think that's spinach, and that came up volunteer from seeds that I planted as an experiment last year. I've already eaten some of that spinach. I just come out here and eat when I want to. And down at this end, I am not for sure what these are going to be because they came up volunteer also. But normally at this end, I usually do squash every year. And I need to redo this dirt because it gets too hard. So that's going to be my goal for next year, is to, after the fall garden is done, we're probably going to bring in a whole bunch of mulch and redo this area. This, we already mowed down the irises. And as you see, grass is trying to take over everything again. So we're going to work on getting this garden spot. We're also going to try to make it a bigger spot like we used to do, because I want to do a whole bunch more. This is my favorite spot though, all the way down here. Right now I don't see as many butterflies, but during the day it is super awesome with all the butterflies out here. And the bees, here's one bee right here. He's big, look at that. That just makes my heart happy, seeing all the pollinators out here. I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of dark. There it is. I love it. That's what my goal was with my flower garden, was to do as many flowers. These are zinnias. We plant these in memory of Todd's mama. And I got the rhubarb in memory of my mama, and I was very disappointed that as soon as it started coming up, it's down there at the end. Something ate it. So maybe next year it'll come back and be good. So this whole area right through here was all supposed to be zinnias. But as you see, the grass kind of took over again because I was hoeing this whole area, and apparently I didn't hoe it good enough because all the grass came back up. So we're going to try to do a little bit better and help this soil out a little bit better next year. And here was one stray sunflower. It's tipped over and done. Now right here, I had planted some black-eyed Susan seeds, and apparently they didn't want to come up. And I love this. My marigolds have done better this year than they ever have. Now, these things, I have no idea what that was. And in this area, I planted some bachelor button and asters. And as far as I can tell, they didn't come up. Oh, here's a butterfly. Look at that. I just love the butterflies. Earlier today, there was probably about 5 or 6 of them all in this area. You can see right here the morning glories kind of went nuts, but I left them because the hummingbirds love them. And nothing makes me happier than to see those hummingbirds out here. So, and right here I planted some Swiss chard. That's the first time I've ever done Swiss chard. It's also my first year for borage, and I love borage, so that's going to be a staple in my garden. Also, here's calendula, and I made some calendula with I can't remember, sorry, grapeseed oil, and I put some rose petals in it and let it seep for about a month, and my hair loves it. I don't buy store-bought serum no more. Here's some more borage. I mean, you can just pick these off. I do usually wash them because the ants get on them. And just pick the flowers, and you can eat the flowers or the leaves, and it tastes like cucumber. In fact, I almost like it better. So anyway, I have to show you my roses. Here's the marigolds have done super awesome this year. They've gotten taller than they ever have. But it looks like I need to weed again. I let some of these go because I didn't know what they was. So if you see something like this creature, I don't know what it is. So if you see it and you know what it is, just let me know. And here's zinnia right here. I'm going to let it go to seed. That's how I had so many seeds this past year to do this many zinnias. All those was from seeds from last year. So I'm going to take you over here to my roses now. And these marigolds came up volunteer. And I left them there because bugs quit eating my roses once they was there. And here's my mums. These have gotten huge this year. And last year was my first year for them. And here's my lavender. What's the matter, Bubby? What's the matter? Oh, Daddy stopped you? Well, Daddy's keeping you safe, okay? You're okay. Gotta keep you safe. And here's my blueberries. Whoops. I've got 2 blueberry plants, one's at the back. Here's more calendula. And pansies.
Maybe put it down.
Are you helping me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let me take it down.
Take it down.
Yeah.
There's my flag. And these hydrangeas are just about done. And there's just a little bit more around this corner too. This was a very late starter. This hosta, It's about to bloom. Todd found it at the dump, just thrown away. So we brought it in and planted it, and I think it's gonna be okay. Here's our little bushes. They are getting huge. They were tiny when we planted them. Well, say good night for this evening. And hope you all have a great night. And I'll try to do another video soon. We had company, and then just had a lot happening, so just haven't got back on schedule. So I'll try to get back on schedule again. Have a great night, and we'll see you on the next video.